Hey guys, it's your girl Tara Crush back with another review, and this time it is for Sistas on BET. Yes, you heard it here first. Okay, if you would please hit the subscribe button, Okay, this episode was pretty good. I ain't even gonna lie, I ain't gonna hold you or nothing. Danni was, of course, being a little indecisive, as Danni is known to do. So we opened up the actual show with her and Fuego. You know, she had invited him over last week, and he actually came through. Well, you know, at first she's like, you know what, I can't do this. You just going to go home or whatever. And he's like, what you talking about? So basically, you know, Fuego been wanting her. She been dodging him since college. He been wanting her since college. But, you know, back in college, he was fat. Now he all bodybuilder and he's a stripper, which is so typical. You know, that's that old Jenny Jones stuff. You know, you didn't want me back in high school, but look at me now, type of stuff, whatever. We know that never really happens. Okay, so anyway, she finally, you know, of course, she's going through it with Preston, and she feels like what he's sending her through, she might as well go ahead and, you know, do what she do with Fuego, because she ain't got nothing else to do or nobody else to do. So she definitely decides to allow him to stay. And I'm gonna be honest. I was definitely Team Fuego. I felt like he was definitely probably the speed that she needed, because he seems very, very attentive towards her and, you know, relentless. He is persistent. He is consistent. He will not let it go. So I felt like he might have been right about what she needed. But baby, I'm gonna tell you like this. After you the age of 30, you are no longer allowed to fuck like a jackrabbit. You are dead wrong, Fuego. Why would you start having sex with her like that? Better yet, Danny, why wouldn't you stop him? Like, you was clearly uncomfortable. I mean, he took you straight to Pound Town. I mean, he didn't even lick it first. He just went straight to Pound Town, and you was just like, whoa, and you did not stop him. And he moved your bed, and he knocked down your little screen. Girl, Fuego was about that action, and I said, okay, then, if she like it, I love it. If she like it, I love it. I mean, I definitely would have stopped him from dogging my body. Hold on, brother, you need to slow down. I know you anxious and whatnot, but she ain't going nowhere unless you keep that up. Like, he gonna stroke it so fast he ain't gonna remember, you know. And you ain't definitely ain't gonna get to where you going to at that rate. I mean, first of all, he didn't even put a condom on. How do you let him in you without a condom? He a stripper. Okay, it's a TV show. I know it's a TV show, but I mean, I be thinking about all of these things. Did you even look at it to make sure it was okay? Like, never mind. Moving right along. So then we have Sabrina and Calvin. And, you know, he's very much so mad at the guy who walked up to him and basically let his girl know that he thought that he was her friend. Like, not her boyfriend, but her friend. And he didn't appreciate that. And, of course, we all know it's that toxic masculinity crap, because he went over there to confront the dude. And the dude, you know, he hit the dude. The dude pretty much made him feel it. And, you know, this week, we found out that Calvin is definitely blaming Sabrina for what this guy said to him. And I was so proud of Sabrina when she was like, I know you can't be serious. She was like, you a man, ain't you? He was a man. I mean, address the man. I figured I'd let you handle it. And I was so proud of her. Like, really, Calvin, why are you looking at her like you need her mouthpiece to speak for you? She said what she needed to say, which was that, no, you're not a friend like that, that y'all are together. She said everything that she needed to say. What did you want her to do? Beat him up for you? Did you want her to tackle him? Like, I don't understand. Because he apologized, walked away, and then you went over there and confronted him. So to me, you was just way out of line, Calvin. I'm going to need you to hone that back in, and I definitely need you to calm your nerves when you're talking to Sabrina. Because it wasn't Sabrina's fault that he tried you. He tried you and he won. Yes, he won. You fought the law, and the law won, because he was the law. Because when you left, why you going to leave her to take a ride, or leave her to take an Uber in the human trafficking capital of the world? You will leave her to take an Uber. Okay, well, he walked back over there. Just like you said, he's coming back. Yes, he did come back. But like a punk, she didn't even adhere to his advances. And mind you, She finds out that he owns the restaurant and several other restaurants throughout the country by that name. And you do what, Calvinia? I mean, Calvin? Yeah, Sabrina, we already knew she was slow, but she's like super slow. Because she didn't even want to take the man's card. Like, why are you not taking this card? He's tall, dark, and handsome or whatever. But, you know, I guess she's used to short, light-skinned, and insecure. Because that's what Calvinia is. I mean, Calvin. That's what he is. Okay, so then we have old Karen with her little crazy self. She gonna call Aaron finally. This is after, of course, she left Andi and, you know, basically told her not to fall for Gary because he was basically trying to play a trick on her. But she calls Aaron to tell him that she needs to talk to him. He lets her know that he's playing basketball and that Zach is there. So she goes, she's like, well, drop a pin. I'm going to come through. That's cool. So basically, she's talking to Aaron and looking over Aaron's shoulder, trying to see what Zach is doing. And of course, Zach is playing basketball, not paying her no attention. And, you know, she tells Aaron that, you know, she's got something to tell him. And that he basically follows her to her house. Of course, she fought it and was like, no, because we don't need to be doing nothing right now. And he was like, no, I'll be strong and whatnot. So they went to her house and I guess they fell asleep because they woke up and that's when they had a talk. I guess they didn't talk last night. I don't know what happened, if they didn't do the oochie coochie, but why they had to have a talk the next morning is beyond me. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, she wouldn't tell him nothing. She was like, no, I don't feel comfortable telling you right now, but I will tell you or whatever. But everything's good. It's not really about Zach or whatever. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Because I don't know. She called and said that she needed to have dinner with the girls to basically let them know something. I guess she gonna tell them that she pregnant or whatever. We just gonna have to wait and see. But I don't know about this. I mean, she might be pregnant, but I just don't feel like she can haul off and say that it's Zach's baby. And I bet you Pastor gonna say something about her saying that it's Zach's off the top without even knowing how far along she is. Like, clearly none of y'all use condoms, so. And so, Karen, I don't know if she's pregnant or not. We just going to have to wait and see next week when she talks to them and see what they say. Because I'm sure that they're going to be able to tell if it's something or not. But I think the fact that she was avoiding drinking might suggest that she is pregnant. But I think the fact that she was ready to fight Fatima that day when she thought she was pregnant already is very indicative of somebody that might be faking it. I don't know. We just going to have to see. Maybe she'll decide that she ain't going to have a baby after talking to them. I don't know what's going to happen. But I thought it was super cute, Zach and Fatima this week. Because they were so cute. Like, he really told her that he went over some chick's house and she was really ready to chop his head off. And he was just like, you know, I did what I had to do, you know, whatever. But thank you for trusting me. And she was mad. She went in the bathroom and he had all these pictures up on the mirror. Oh, I was like, oh my goodness, she's always watching her sleep. It's so precious. And she's like, oh my God, this is the nicest, creepiest thing anybody's ever done for me. They were just super cute this week, and I really, really appreciate it. And I think before the season is out, he is going to propose to her. Y'all tell me what y'all think, but I think he is absolutely going to propose to her before this season is out, and I'm here for it. And then we have Andi. Big Bird called her, so Big Bird back on the scene. He had a private jet talking to her, and I guess he's on his way back to London or whatever, and she's still in the States, and he want to see her. He can't stop thinking about her or whatever, and it was so funny because she got a call in, and then she told him that she was tired, and first she was about to talk dirty to him. Then she said she was tired and went to talk to him tomorrow, and he was like, yeah, go on and call him back. And she was like, what do you mean call him back? And he was like, I heard the phone click. And she was like, well, and he's like, I know you don't belong to me yet. And I was like, that's right, Big Bird. Tell her, Robin. And she got off the phone and she's like, I'm definitely not calling Gary, because she was really about to call him back. We all know she was, just like she was about to drive that car again. And Karen called her and told her not to do it because she knows her friend and she knew she was about to. And she just touching the car. Girl, get the car back. Or sell the car one so you ain't tempted and just have your little nest egg. He gave it to you. It's in your name. Sell it. Sell it. If it's paid for. That's if it's paid for. For all we know, he done got you another car note. Yeah, he said it's paid for. We just got to make sure. If it's paid for, go on and turn it in because you ain't supposed to be driving it. And, you know, so I thought it was kind of odd that Zach would get information from Gary because Aaron said that they were playing against Zach. So why would Gary and Zach be on the same team when Gary and Aaron are the friends? And then Gary gets a card Zach gets a card from Gary so he can ask him some financial questions. Gary wants to know how he found out about that stock. And he told him, he's like, it's nothing. I just guessed and got lucky. And that's what you're supposed to say, Zach. You ain't supposed to tell nobody nothing. I guessed and got lucky. And y'all can't prove nothing different. So, busy. So, that was kind of telling. But then, you know, they're going to basically link up, I guess. Well, Gary actually turned him on to his friend to help him out with his financial questions or whatever. And for anybody out there thinking, if you got a stock that you went from 19,000 to 1.5 million on, don't be greedy. If you feel like the stock is going to tank, get your money out of there. Don't be greedy. He talking about I could get a whole bunch of money. You already got a whole bunch of money. What are you talking about? Gosh, take a chance on another stock. Take $100,000 and do 5 more stocks the way you did that one and see what happens. And go with a stock that's on sale right now. A stock for a company that you know has been around for a long time and ain't going nowhere, but they might be struggling, filing bankruptcy or whatever. Put your money in that stock. It's coming back. Like Macy's. I should have kept my money in Macy's. Macy's went down under $1 and now it's over 20-something. Never mind. But just listen to what I said. So we'll just see. I think Zach just needs to do what his second gut tells him to do because that's going to be the right one. And I think that is all. But we did see in the preview, well, actually, Danni was sitting there and she got a knock at the door and some dude came in the house. And I don't remember this dude. Y'all going to have to let me know if y'all remember him. Because he walked in and she acted like she knew who he was. She grabbed a knife and she said somebody he had a gun. So we just going to have to see about that next week. Okay, so what we have is Andi has talked to Big Bird, has denied Gary any attention this week, so that's good for her. We know she's a struggle because she's talking that, you know, that stalker stuff was kind of romantic, just like a dummy. No, it's not romantic. It's stalkerish. That's exactly what it is. And it's Gary behavior to let you know he ain't changed at all. And so then we have Danni. Danni actually humped on Fuego, and I just feel like he did her no justice being a little jackrabbit. He's too old for that. Slow down. And you got to lick it before you stick it. Like, I don't understand you guys that just claim to love coochie and then just slide right on in it. You don't want to look at it, kiss it or nothing. Something wrong with you. Because if you're over 30, you're either sucking or you're eating Which one is it? Which one is it? So, Sabrina, we're going to see what happens with her and Calvin. Maybe she'll leave him alone because he handled her so rough over a situation that had nothing to do with her. Or maybe she'll continue to be stupid and give him passes. I don't know. But he definitely was out of line, and it was all on him what happened to him. He asked for that. Except for the dude coming over there, and I will admit he was disrespectful, but he did apologize, and that wasn't good enough for him. So he deserved all of that. And then Karen, she got Aaron over there, but decides not to tell him anything. But she's going to tell her girls, I guess, later. So we just got to wait and see what happens next week. I am not at all mad at this episode. And I definitely rank it pretty doggone high. It could have been better, but it could have been worse. We all know they've had worse episodes. So we're happy with this one. And that is about all I have to say on that episode. So if you haven't, please hit my subscribe button down low. Down low, 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 low. Because we creeping while you sleeping. And you know we leave them weeping. All right. So that is my $5 and 2 cents. Peace.